And isn't it our turn now? Won't our alliance with Thrawn finally bring us into power?
Hello there, this is Darth Christensen and welcome to another Star Wars video. And today, this video is going to be a bit different because I'm going to tell a story about how I met my very first Star Wars actor in real life. It was a fucking crazy experience, and I'm so lucky that I was able to meet him. And that actor was none other than the man, the myth, the legend himself, Sam Witwer, or who's definitely one of my favorite Star Wars voice actors ever. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar, Sam Witwer did lots of voice work on Star Wars because he voiced Darth Maul. He voiced Darth Maul in both the Clone Wars and Rebels, and he was part of the reason why Darth Maul became one of my favorite characters and added so much depth to Maul's character after he got resurrected and did his hatred for Kenobi. And then he obviously also voiced Starkiller in the Force Unleashed. Starkiller in the Force Unleashed, who is a super OP character, but I still think he's really cool. As Vader's apprentice, and also he voiced the Son of Mortis, the Son of Mortis in the Mortis arc of Clone Wars, who's like the pure embodiment of the dark side. He was really cool in that role. As like the pure embodiment of the dark side. And the voice echoes definitely made him a lot more badass, and he also considered Anakin as the real chosen one, so that's a plus. So that's also another thing that makes him really cool. And he voiced Palpatine, and I didn't know this until like last year, but Sam Witwer also voiced Palpatine in the Force Unleashed games, which his Palpatine voice is unbelievably good. I'll show a clip right here. So I can see a demonstration of how good he is. But he voiced Palpatine in both the Force Unleashed and Star Wars Rebels, and he sounds exactly like Return of the Jedi Ian McDiarmid. Like exactly like Return of the Jedi Ian McDiarmid. He's so good.
Yes, Master. They are broken.
And yet I sense in you something more to your victory.
I believe the apprentice of Anakin Skywalker lives and is in league with these rebels.
Are you certain?
It was her.
This is an opportunity we cannot let pass. Skywalker's apprentice could lead us to other lost Jedi.
Such as Kenobi.
Perhaps, if he lives. Be patient, my old friend. For now, dispatch another Inquisitor to hunt them down.
As you wish, my master.
And also, Sam Witwer's definitely like a true Star Wars fan. Sam Witwer's definitely a die-hard Star Wars nerd, and he understands his lore very well. And he's passionate about Star Wars. He's definitely passionate about Star Wars because he knows what makes a good Star Wars movie. He talked with Dave Filoni about how inconsistencies are good for Star Wars, and he also corrected the Solo director by using Maul's Rebel Saber over his Phantom Menace saber. Because Maul at this time had already lost his metal, his like silver saber in the Phantom Menace, and then he got it back during the Clone Wars, but then he lost it again during the Siege of Mandalore. But then Maul took a lightsaber from an Inquisitor, and he built his new one that we see in Rebels on Malachor. So Sam had to correct the Solo director and use that for Maul's cameo in Solo, which that was super cool. That proves that Sam Witwer's definitely a true Star Wars fan, and we need more passion like that at Lucasfilm. Same thing with Rosario Dawson, who plays Ahsoka, because she's definitely a huge Star Wars nerd, and she understands the characters and the story and the themes of Star Wars, which is why she plays Ahsoka to perfection so well. But anyways, back to Sam and Witwer. I was actually lucky enough to meet him, to accidentally meet him, to unintentionally meet him at Galaxy's Edge in May this year, because I went into Disneyland for him as a graduation present. And so I'll tell you how it happened. So me and my dad were at Galaxy's Edge. We're walking around the Galaxy's Edge, and we just got back from from the huge Star Wars fireworks show that played Duel of the Fates, that played the original Star Wars theme, Duel of the Fates, and Across the Stars. There's all banger themes. And then we were walking towards Rise of the Resistance, and we saw this dude with a haircut that looked very similar to Sam Witwer, because I could recognize his haircut anywhere from playing Starkiller, and also in the interviews where he demonstrates his knowledge of the Star Wars lore. And I say to my dad, "Hey, that kind of looks like Sam Witwer." And then my dad's like, "That actually does kind of look like him." And so I walked up to him over by the Merge of Galaxy's Edge, and to make sure that and to confirm that it was actually him, it was Maul's famous line from Rebels: "I can see him in my mind's eye, Kenobi." And then Sam turned around and he was like, "Hey, that's a great quote, And then like, "Dude, bro, are you Sam Witwer?" And then he's like, "Yes, indeed I am. Indeed I am. Oh my god, I'm such a huge fan, and it's such a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much." And then I got my selfie with him. I'll put the picture up right now. So I got my selfie with him. I got my selfie with Sam Witwer himself. I got my selfie with him, the voice of Darth Maul and Starkiller himself, and it was so fucking cool, bro. Oh my god, he was so nice, man. He was so nice, and he understood how much of a big fan I was of Star Wars. And because you can see, I was wearing my Ahsoka headband, I was wearing my Vader jersey that I have hanging up on my door back there. And after I got my picture with him, I thanked him for everything, and I said I love him. I love him in Star Wars. I love him in Star Wars, and I really hope I love him in Star Wars. I love all of his voice work. I love all of his voice work. His work, and I thanked him for everything. And he said, "Hey, you're very kind." And then one more time I said, "Kenobi!" Hey, as Darth Maul screamed in Rebels, and he loved that. But yeah, it was so fucking cool that I actually met Sam Witwer at Galaxy's Edge in person. But the sad part is that I didn't get to actually sit down and have a full-blown Star Wars geek conversation with him. Because after I took my picture with him, I said I thanked him for everything. For playing Maul and Starkiller, and then me and my dad had to walk away because as our night at Disneyland was almost up. But how cool would it be? But dude, how cool would it be if I actually got to sit down and have a full-blown Star Wars geek out conversation with Sam Witwer? I mean, the conversations we would have about Star Wars' lore and the character arcs of Maul and Anakin, that would go crazy, bro. That would be amazing. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this little story about me explaining how I met Sam Witwer, how I met Sam Witwer in public. You guys are probably jealous as fuck. I mean, I understand it because he's super cool. Because Sam Witwer, he's a super cool dude, and he's definitely a true Star Wars fan. But hope you guys enjoyed, and have a good day, and may the Force be with you, always.
Yes, the one we've been looking for.
How do you know this?
He knows the ways of the Force. He's been trained to use the dark side.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.